Hello, you beautiful people. I am Sadaf and I welcome you all to Women Influencers Talk Show. Today's video is a very requested video as I had been getting hundreds of mail to bring a spiritual healer on our show. Now, I, as a good friend, got on this job and contacted a very dear friend of mine, Goel. Now, I had met Mani long time back in Hong Kong, and that time she was such a lovely, bubbly girl. But now she's a big name as a spiritual healer and as a clairvoyant. So, without any further ado, let's welcome Mani. Hi Mani, how are you doing? Please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Thank you, Sadaf. Thank you for having me on this wonderful show that you have created. I'm Goel. I'm a spiritual healer, author, artist, an independent filmmaker, master teacher of multiple healing modalities, including Akashic records, a clairvoyant, oracle, an empowerment coach, founder of Money Healing International, a spiritual wellness and alternative learning enterprise that was founded in Hong Kong over 10 years ago. I teach internationally and I travel frequently. I am an India-born Hong Kong resident, so I can proudly say I have two beautiful homes on this gorgeous planet of ours.
Wow, Mani, that's a lot of hats that you wear. Please share us about your journey from being a flight attendant with one of the leading international airlines like Cathay Pacific to now becoming a spiritual healer. How did it all start?
You know what happened? I got my job at a very early age as a flight attendant with Cathay Pacific Airways. I was barely 19 when I had this wonderful opportunity to work with such a major airline. And in the middle of all this, somehow what happened was I had a major accident which actually fractured my spine. So I fractured my lower back. But that totally changed my life, Sadaf. After that accident, I'm an only child, so my parents were very disturbed and my dad actually had a heart attack. I could not travel from Hong Kong and my parents were at that time staying in India. I couldn't travel to see my parents. I had a fracture. My dad was not feeling well. My mom was suddenly diagnosed with a severe kidney ailment. And I had a personal challenge as well that I was facing in my life. At that time, as if God answered my prayer, I actually met with a Tibetan Buddhist Rinpoche. And as soon as I saw him, he started smiling at me and I asked him, "What's the matter?" So he said, "You are crying and I can recognize you. You know me from a previous lifetime. That's why you're here." Because in Hong Kong, in the Buddhist centers, you'll never see Indians there. There's always either Europeans, Westerns, or Hong Kong Chinese people. So I was the only Indian there, and everyone was very happy to have me there. And by the way, on that first meeting, I also I also got ordained in Buddhism. I didn't know I'm actually taking refuge in Buddhism, but I became a Buddhist that very day.
That was an incredible story, Mani. Hats off to your willpower and inner strength. I mean, where do you find such people who rebounds into a life of normalcy after going through such highs and lows? That's incredible, really. So how do you manage such duties of being a clairvoyant, an author, a filmmaker, an angel intuitive? That's a lot, isn't it?
So how do I manage all these things that I do? Well, all these pursuits, be it painting, be it healing, be it conducting workshops, writing, and even filmmaking, they're all my own different facets. They're all part of me. It's not like they are separate from me. And to me, healing, writing, painting, it's like breathing. I have to meditate. If I don't meditate for myself, then it's like I haven't had water, So I don't really have to make an extra effort. It all comes naturally. But of course, because you know that you have to do great work, this is not just a hobby. I sell my paintings, my paintings get sold and I teach in public and all that. So of course, you also learn to manage your time very effectively.
Oh, yes, that's the smartest way of doing multiple things at the same time. Prioritizing and delegation of work that makes the wheel moving. Money. How would you explain to a common person like me about what exactly is spiritual healing?
So, if I have to explain spiritual healing to a common person, spiritual healing is nothing but prayer. So when you go to a spiritual healer, like come to a spiritual healer like myself, or even when you go to like a clad yogi or a guru, and you ask them to pray for you, what they're doing is actually healing for you. And a spiritual healer who's really in integrity will tell you that I'm not playing God. All I'm being is a medium and channel to connect you to the higher power, the universal life force energy. And that's what spiritual healing is.
In today's time and age, I think this grounding, this calmness, and this healing is something which we all seek. Mani, I'm very fascinated by these archangels that you have mentioned in your book. What are these archangels? I mean, pardon my ignorance, but do they really exist?
Yeah, actually, I mentioned angels and archangels in my very first book, that is Angels Wisdom for Your Life. This is my book. This is a book that is channeled from the angelic realm. As a spiritual healer, my specialities are working with angels, other higher forms of spiritual guardians who we call ascended masters, and also Akashic records. So, since your question is about archangels, I'll kind of explain a little bit on that. It is believed that all of us have angels, all of us, when a child is born, a child has 2 or 3 guardian angels. But over a period of time, through centuries, as the world got divided in different religions and all, we lost this awareness as human beings. And now that the consciousness is developing and evolving, people are moving beyond the traditional religion, the bookish religion that is being taught to them, whatever religion it is. They are getting aware of the spiritual energies that are available for us to help us. And this is what angels do. Angels act as spiritual guardians from higher forces and bring us messages. And archangels are actually more powerful than regular angels. So regular angels are like our buddies, they are like our personal guides. So you can receive guidance from them. And everyone has at least 2 or 3 angels. Archangels are more powerful and they perform specific function. So Archangel Michael is a powerful archangel for protection, to release negative energies. Archangel Raphael is a very powerful archangel for healing, and actually as a clairvoyant, because I'm also a clairvoyant, like a psychic. So when I go even to a doctor, I can see Archangel Raphael's presence around them. And anyone who is very caring, whether they work with animals or they work with elderly, they don't have to be a medical professional or a doctor or a healer. They just have to have that caring nature. There are a lot of people like that. They have Archangel Raphael as their guardian angel to help them do this work. So angels are actually our guardians. They represent a kind of spiritual energy that is present for all of us to tap into and to really realize our higher potential as a spiritual being. Human beings, we are actually spiritual beings in this physical body.
Wow, Mani, that's just amazing. I mean, I also wish that I can see the angels around me and seek for some guidance and good luck from them. But no, jokes apart, whatever you are saying sounds so logical. So, Mani, why this sudden need of wellness gurus and all these wellness therapies? Does this have to do something with fragmented communities and isolated existence of individuals in these lonely cultures? Do you think is that so?
At this time, these new age therapies that were earlier not spoken about, or only spoken about and shared secretly between a high yogi and a student, are now being openly spoken about. Okay, so I speak about Akashic records. Akashic records have been prevalent and have been mentioned in all different religions, but this was secret information. But now as one of the few teachers globally of Akashic records, I share this information with my students who want to be channels and healers of this wonderful modality. Because our consciousness is ready to receive these modalities. And even COVID-19 pandemic has shown us that we are really becoming one. This is a great lesson in oneness. It doesn't matter what religion, what nationality, what is your social status, how much material wealth you have accumulated. We're all have a soul that is residing in this physical body, and we are on this planet Earth to have this human experience.
That's true. And I think in today's time and age, we all seek for some kind of guidance for a better life and mental wellness as well. Money, you are also an author and also you do spiritual art. Now, this is something which is very interesting. Please share your experience.
Yes, I paint a lot, Sadaf. And actually, my paintings are an expression of my healing work as well. Uh, you know, right after my accident, actually, that I mentioned earlier to you, I actually, during my meditations or even during sleeping time, I started getting visions. I would see like so much color, and I would see some images, like totally abstract images, like a lot of energy and all that. And when I would get out from my meditations or even wake up from sleep, all I would want to do is put all that color on a canvas. And that's how I started painting. I got so much canvases, paints, and I just wanted to fill my canvases with colors. And what you see in the background over here is one of my very first few pieces of my art, which my mom framed and kept in her living room. So when I started painting so much, I actually showed it to some of my friends from different professions. Some of them were architects. A European friend of mine who's a filmmaker saw those paintings and told me, Mani, there's so much light and energy in your work. I feel I'm getting healed. This is healing paintings. And that's how the name stuck. So what I do is light energy artwork for healing. So it's light energy healing artwork that you can put in your living spaces, in your bedroom, in your drawing room, and receive those healing energies emanating from those paintings, those pieces of art that I create.
You are right. Don't we all need that special quote and that special picture around us that can inspire us and motivate us at the same time? Money, you are a survivor and you have faced so many challenges and obstacles in life. What lessons have you learned from all this?
Yes, I have faced a lot of challenges in my life, Sadaf, and perhaps more than a regular person. But someone once told me, a wise man, and even my guru told me, the greater your purpose, greater and deeper your challenges are. So I will go with that. And I think one of the lessons that I have learned in my life is resilience, courage, and also impermanence. I think that's the biggest lesson that we can learn and realize. The sooner the better. Everything has to go, and of course we have attachments, we have love, but end of the day, even we are here only for a short while, and so are our loved ones. And so it's best to just do our best and value our relationships and our create a wonderful peaceful, harmonious life.
Great. That clears a lot of doubts, Money. Thank you so much. And all you beautiful people, if you want to ask Money something, please comment below and let us know, because she might just get in touch with you personally, and that'll be just too great. Money, before I say goodbye to you, please say what is your message to our viewers, and also what are your thoughts about our initiative?
My message to the viewers of women influencers and also to women all over the world. First of all, Sadaf, I would like to applaud you. You've created this wonderful platform for bringing women influencers all over the world to come together, who are doing wonderful work and created a community. And I think kudos to you, really. And to women out there, I would really like to say that yes, we all face challenges in our lives. We face challenges that could be just very specific to us, related to a family, the country, the religion, the faith, the culture that we are born in. But just shine your light. Realize that we are all divinely beautiful goddesses. Realize that you are goddess potential, and really fulfill your potential. Have courage, have strength. And the reason I say this is because when we as women come into our power, we inspire the men around us to come into our power. So when we become goddesses, we inspire the men in our lives to become godlike. So when divine feminine rises up, the divine masculine will not be left far behind and will also rise up, and we are going to create a very harmonious society. That's why it's very important for women to rise up right now. Okay, so this is my message to women influencers, and keep doing the great work and be in your goddess element.
That's just wonderful, Money. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on our show and blessing us with your good vibes and wise words. I pray to God that you continue doing marvelous work that you're doing of healing others and spreading smiles. All the very best. Dear viewers, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and show us your love and support by commenting below. We are really eager always to read them and so happy to reply to you. So till we meet next time again, take care, stay safe, bye bye.